Welcome back. I'm Black, he's Red. This is Black and Red's official Southpaw movie review. Good movie. Maybe.
Was it?
What you got?
Oh, I watched it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd say it was
Good
a good
movie?
Eh.
Okay. I thought I'd start positively. You would probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a score off the bat. It's not a good movie. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Jake Gyllenhaal is Southpaw in this movie.
He's not South. Yeah.
Is he right-handed in this movie?
He's right-handed.
I want to say he's right-handed.
He's right-handed.
So right off the bat,
He's
a little bit
right-handed.
concerned. Southpaw, for those who aren't boxing enthusiasts, those left-handed fighters. He's right-handed.
He fights right-handed too.
Yeah, so right off the bat, a little confused. Rachel McAdams' his wife.
Yes.
Shout out to Rachel McAdams. Like Rachel McAdams.
Good.
Don't watch Aloha.
God damn it.
If you're seeing anything, True Detective's alright. But as for her recent work, definitely don't catch Aloha. Let's see who else is in it. It's got my boy Gus from The Strain. I don't know his name. Do you know the actor's name? I like him. He seems to be coming up. Forrest Whitaker's in it. He's a trainer. And 50 Cent's in it. He's like the Don King of the movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if is Eminem Wilson in it? I don't know. It's not Eminem Wilson. Is it?
No.
I feel like Eminem's in the movie, but you hear Eminem singing for like a good 5 to 10 minutes of the movie. I feel like Eminem might as well be credited.
Yeah.
But I think that's all the characters, the name actors. I mean, they have those other characters, but I don't think they're big stars. Just kind of general synopsis, without getting into spoilers. Movie stars Jake Gyllenhaal. He's a boxer. He's a world champion. He's kind of stereotypical boxer. He's not doesn't appear to be very bright. Doesn't really consider things outside of boxing in terms of financing and investing angles. So he's kind of a spender. He spends a lot. His wife kind of has to rein him back in. 50 Cent is his kind of promoter. And he gets in. I mean, they show the wife gets shot in the trailer, so that's not a spoiler. She gets shot because he gets into it. He's won his last fight, and then he gets into it with Gus. I don't know, man.
Number one contender.
What's his name? Miguel? Is his name Miguel?
Yeah, I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a while. I like him.
What?
I like the guy. The young Hispanic guy.
You don't remember his name in the movie? I think it's
No.
Gomez. Was it Gomez?
I don't remember.
Anyways, Gus from Strain. He's I'm gonna call him Gus the rest of the thing. He kind of confronts him like a lot of boxers you see. He's trying to jump up a fight, and one of his guys ends up shooting Rachel McAdams, and he's pissed about it too, which we'll get back to later. But it's not obviously not a spoiler, but then the movie becomes about how he and his daughter cope without Rachel McAdams there. So it's kind of I would say, it's a boxing movie, but I'd say it's almost more of a father-daughter kind of relationship movie. And it just isn't, it's just not that good. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal acts well in it, I guess. But it's like, I feel like this happens a lot with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's like, I don't really necessarily blame Jake Gyllenhaal, but I just find like a lot of his movies just don't really work out. Like Jarhead.
Nah, don't do that, man. Don't bring up Jarhead.
I won't, okay. But yeah, so I mean, without spoiling, I'm going to turn it over to you. What do you think of it?
I thought it was a decent movie. I liked it. I thought
Your rating system's just decreasing.
7.5.
7.5. Oh my god.
7.5. It is nowhere near.
What are you doing?
It is nowhere near a good boxing
But
movie.
you give it 7.5 out of 10.
But it's a good overall movie
Is it?
based on the fact that he's trying to get closer to his daughter. That he lost his daughter because he lost.
Man, you're spoiling things now?
Well, that's part of the trailer.
It's
Man.
not like the trailer that tells the whole goddamn movie. I'll recall the trailer talking about really all that, going that much detail about it.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you like why he lost his daughter.
No, he asked, I'm trying to fight to get my
Spoilers
daughter
over.
back. That's part of the trailer, man. What are we gonna do?
Whatever.
It's 7.5.
It had nothing to do with getting his daughter back.
It's enjoyable. It's definitely the same old rags to riches, back to freaking rags because you can't manage your money because you're dumb. Yeah, people, your promoters take advantage of you, and then you realize you got to fight because that's the only thing you know how to do to get your life back.
It's not a good movie.
Are
you done?
I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
That's what
All
I
right,
do.
So, synopsis here with spoilers. Once Rachel McAdams dies, he kind of loses his shit, and then he finds out he doesn't have any money. It's like, okay, how's that happening? But yeah, it turns out 50 Cent's really like Don King. He's been funneling money out of him, and all his buddies are just in there for money. So everyone kind of backs away from this stereotypical, like Black was saying, stereotypical race to riches, back to Riggs, where he had a bunch of clinger-ons, and now he found out who his true friends were, which turned out to be just one guy, and he almost shoots him with a gun.
Yeah.
And so then he ends up losing custody of his daughter because he's a mess. He's drinking, he's on drugs, and he can't take care of her. And beyond that, even if he was not doing those things, he's not capable. He's not a capable father anyway. He's like borderline retarded. His IQ is very low.
Wow.
But he could barely speak. For a person born in America, his English was subpar at best.
It is what it is. It takes hits in the head.
So, yeah, and he was very skilled at that. But most of the movie is him trying to get her out of social services, and he keeps trying to meet with her. First, she won't meet with him. He's trying to build up her rapport with kind of the lady who runs it. And I was kind of wondering if they'd build an angle on that, a love story angle. It never really materialized, but she came to watch the fight.
Yeah,
so
I liked her.
I liked her too. I was rooting for her. But But anyways, he meets up with Forrest Whitaker, who's he doesn't train profilers. I mean, he's jaded with the industry, and he goes in there and he eventually convinces him to train him. But first, he was working and basically cleaning up the gym, and he had to prove he could sustain a job. So he was working there while he was trying to gain custody back of his daughter, and they're doing that for a couple months before he can actually get his daughter back. But in the meantime, he's being getting trained by Forrest Whitaker, and he's trying to basically, it's the most stereotypical Rocky. I mean, it's really nothing new because he's teaching him how to, just like Rocky, this guy just stands in the middle and takes punches, and it's like, oh, he needs to get hit for him to fight better, whatever.
Learn how to.
And so he teaches him how to defend himself, and it's like 6 weeks of training, and then he's gonna go fight this. He's gonna go fight Gus again. So it's like, in 6 months, so it's like he got like 4 months of training with Forrest Whitaker. Now saying he's a good defender. It's like, oh, okay, you've been doing this for like 15 years, slugging it out of people. Now, so you're gonna be different. Okay, but the best part of me, the whole movie was when 50 Cent, like when he got into the fight with Gus, and when his wife got shot, he like lost his contract or whatever, and 50 Cent basically like threw him out. Was like, I'm done with you, you're owners. And he went with Gus. And also his trainer switched to Gus. So this is like unheard of. It's like, what is that? That's very strange. But 50 Cent comes to the gym and is like, oh, I can get you a fight with Gus in like 4 months. And it's very unclear because Forrest Whitaker's his trainer. It's very unclear who's managing Southpaw Jake Gyllenhaal's money. Because he agrees to this fight. The money he's about to get. Who's looked at this contract? 50 Cent probably got him for like $10,000 or something for this fight. We never figured that out. No one tells us. So it seems like rags to riches.
And staying
to rags.
Back to rags.
To riches to rags again real quick because he's not getting enough money out of this fight for the championship belt. But it's not even that much training. I mean, it shows some training scenes, but it's basically them training for this fight with Gus. But what I struggle with the movie is that Gus is, I guess, the villain, but it's very clear that he didn't want his buddy to shoot the wife. He wasn't malicious. It wasn't like personal. It was very much like he was amping the fight up. Like you see a lot of professional boxers and MMA fighters, they make a living out of just hyping fights up, saying ridiculous things, and then building the fight up. And so it seemed like he was just trying to do that, trying to get him to fight him. Because he wouldn't fight Gus at first, and he's like, "Hey, I'm the number one contender, or whatever. You need to give me a shot." And so it's not like I really was rooting against him. And then he says some mean things after that, but in between. But he's not a villain. So it's like it's not like even Drago killed he killed my boy Apollo, and I'm like, hey, I'm out for
throw in the
blood.
towel, brother.
I'm out for blood. I want him dead.
Throw the towel in.
I didn't really care, so it's like I have a hard time giving it as high a score you did, just because I didn't even care. I didn't really care for Southpaw. I didn't really. He was a mess. I didn't really care if he won or lost, and I didn't really care if his opponent got pummeled. Which you should. You're a sportsman. You should be rooting against the other team. And I never felt like I was rooting against him. So yeah, I got nothing against him. He's trying to make a living too. And I mean, that's most of the movie is that you're kind of build up this. He was no clever Lang.
Yeah, I mean, definitely doesn't compare to to a villain.
Yeah, so
or
it
but
makes it a less exciting fight.
it does.
Like Cinderella Man, boy was out here killing people in the ring. That's fun. That's a good villain. He was talking mad trash and then he murdered.
Beat you to
Smelling
death.
was murdering people in the ring.
Yeah.
This guy's like,
Just
he
trying to
just
make a
wants to
living.
make money. This Miguel guy just wants to make money. So I have a hard time giving it a higher score than I gave because it's just it doesn't bring anything new to the genre of boxing movies. And even the movie, I was more excited. I think the part of the movie I was most excited in was right before the movie. They had a trailer for Creed
Apollo Creed
with my boy
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan playing Apollo's son. Give me some Rocky. I was more excited about it. That was the most exciting part of the whole movie.
I didn't even see that
I
trailer.
was psyched. Psyched.
They even played that trailer for me.
Well, they played for me and I enjoyed it. He's in Philly. He said, you're not good. You don't
But
have
you
what
know,
it takes. You don't have what it
not
takes
like
to be a
not
fighter.
like you don't know what's gonna happen. Just like you're gonna be
Yeah,
mad at
but
Southpaw.
you're rooting for Rocky. Always. I wasn't rooting for Jake Gyllenhaal. Didn't care for him.
I understand.
Billy Hope didn't care for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Great white
please explain your high scores so you can
I
choose people.
I mean, I enjoyed the story.
7.5 is a high score. You give a higher score than you gave
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible. That's great
Yeah.
talk. Tom Cruise is not in this movie. Tom Cruise is already a better movie. Already a better movie if you made Tom Cruise the hero or the villain in this movie.
Yeah.
He's bringing more to the table over either of those roles.
I just enjoyed it more because of the conflict that Jake was going through in terms of trying to get his daughter back and him trying to humble himself to actually clean up after a bunch of scrubs, he would call them, whatever. And I've actually been looking for a decent boxing, for a while, and I haven't got it.
You're just on a boxing kick. That's the only reason you gave that high score.
Probably.
Black's recently taking up boxing. That's the only reason he gave such a high score. It's a 6, man. 6.5 at most. It's not a good movie.
It's a good movie. Check it out.
Unless you specifically like boxing or Jake